A warm welcome to you here on News Hour. This hour on TV Sapiencia, the top stories today. The Anambra State Governor, Prof. Chukwuma Soludo, and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu are billed. They are among the lead speakers at this year's edition of the platform, an annual event organized by Pastor Poju Oyemade to mark Nigeria's democracy. The director for the Center of Contemporary China-Africa Research in Nigeria, Professor Sharif Ibrahim, yesterday Tuesday said the China-Africa Forum will spotlight poverty alleviation and infrastructure development as key strategies for Africa's modernization. And in sports, a former Super Eagles midfielder, Christian Obodo, has advised Victor Semen to strike a balance in his next career move amid ongoing transfer speculation. My name is Chioma Chukwuma. Welcome. Now the news in full. We begin in Anambra State, where we are told that the Professor, that's the Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu are among the lead speakers at this year's edition of the platform, an annual event organized by Pastor Poju Oyemade to mark Nigeria's Democracy Day. The event, which holds on Thursday, that'll be tomorrow in Lagos, will also feature former House of Representatives Speaker Yakubu Dogara, ex-Lagos Governor Babatunde Fashola, former INEC Chairman Attahiru Jega, and the first female President of Mauritius, Aminah Gurib-Fakim. Soludo's press secretary, Christian Abrime, he actually said in a statement on Tuesday that the governor would speak on the theme Rebuilding the Nation. Abrime added that Soludo's participation is especially timely as the country grapples with economic and governance challenges. The platform, hosted by the Covenant Nation, is known for convening leaders across politics, business and civil society to discuss Nigeria's development. The Nigerian Air Force has commenced investigations into the circumstances behind the death of one of its personnel attached to its Bauchi command, Corporal A.S. Wilumba. The officer reportedly died while confined to a guardroom after being detained for arriving late to his duty post. According to reports, his grieving sister, Numdarai Owulumba, said her brother informed her on May 4, 2025, that he had been detained. She explained that he arrived late for duty due to health complications, but claimed his explanation was dismissed by his commander, who then ordered his confinement. When contacted on Tuesday, NAF spokesman Air Commodore Ehimen Ejudame expressed regret over the incident. He stated that a board of inquiry had been set up to investigate the circumstances surrounding the death. The Nigerian Army has successfully trained no fewer than 604 special forces in the 8th session of its flagship program, Exercise Restore Hope, aimed at enhancing national security. The 6-month specialist training, which took place at the Nigerian Army Military Training Center in Kachia, Kaduna State, covered both kinetic and non-kinetic aspects of modern warfare. It was designed to prepare the troops to confront contemporary security challenges across the country. Speaking at the graduation on Tuesday, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, commended the troops for their discipline and commitment throughout the training period. Represented by the General Officer commanding 1 Division, Nigerian Army, Major General Myrenso Saraso, the Chief of Army Staff noted that the soldiers had acquired critical combat skills such as marksmanship, weapon handling, and precision targeting. The King Parts Development Initiative, KDI, has successfully concluded its 2-day training and development program for long-term election monitors ahead of the 2025 off-cycle elections. The training, held in Awka, Anambra State capital, is part of the Nigeria Election Violence Education and Resolution NEVA training project aimed at building a corps of well-trained observers capable of identifying electoral risk and preventing violence through timely reporting and intervention. Our participants were taught how to explore Nigeria's electoral landscape, methods of monitoring election violence, the NEVA monitors reporting tools and techniques for assessing election security risk, among others. The training was interactive and solutions-driven, as the program's manager elections, Omar Dan Asabe Mohammed, spoke on the overview of political finance monitoring project, focusing on money politics, that's money in politics, political party financing, its regulations, monitoring monitoring approach, definition of abuse of power, and its legal framework. Head Research and Strategy KDI Oluwafemi Adebayo took to the participants. He actually took the participants through the political finance simulation, focusing on the monitoring tools. Speaking on election security risk assessment, Adebayo shed light on safety tips and field engagement, introducing participants to their website, that is www.kimpact.org.ng, for better understanding on how to report. Facilitator of the training program, Ugochi Freeman, expressed satisfaction on the success, thanked Kimpact Development Initiative KDI for their sponsorship. Participants whose joy knew no bounds thanked the organizers for the opportunity, and presentation of certificates of participation and a group of photographs also featured in the event. No fewer than 1 million refugees from 8 countries with high asylum recognition rates were granted entry permits to 38 destination countries between 2019 and 2023, according to a new report. A new report from UN Refugee Agency and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, Safe Pathways for Refugees, stated that these permits were issued through existing systems for work, study, or family reunification. In 2023 alone, nearly 255,000 permits were issued, marking a 14% increase from 2022 and the highest number recorded since tracking began in 2010. Countries such as Germany, Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Sweden have played a leading role. Away from that story, the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, has struck out 2 motions filed by the President of Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and awarded cost of 100,000 naira against him. A 3-member panel of the Court of Appeal, presided over by Justice Haman Barker, struck out the motions on May 21, 2025, following the request for withdrawal of the appeal. The motions dated March 3, 2025 and March 25, 2025 listed Akpabio as the appellant. The respondents were Senator Natasha Botuduahan, the Clerk of the National Assembly, the Senate, and the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, Senator Neda Imasuen. We are following up on this story and we'll keep updating you. Now to the man with the weather report. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted thunderstorms and rains from today, Wednesday, to Friday across the country. Now, NIMAT weather outlook released on Tuesday in Abuja envisaged early morning thunderstorms on Wednesday today over parts of Taraba, Kaduna, and Adamawa in the northern region. It anticipated thunderstorms with rain over parts of Kebbi, Taraba, Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto, Gombe, and Bauchi states later in the day. According to it, early morning thunderstorms are expected over parts of Benue, Kwara, Niger, the Federal Capital Territory, and Nasarawa states in the north-central region. NIMET envisaged the prospect of morning thunderstorms on Thursday, that will be tomorrow, over parts of Kaduna, Kebbi, Zamfara, Adamawa, and Taraba in the northern region. The public should take adequate precautions and ensure that loose objects are fastened to avoid collision. Driving under heavy rain should be avoided. Disconnect electrical appliances from electrical sockets. Stay away from tall trees to avoid impact from falling branches and broken trees. Airline operators are advised to get airport-specific weather reports. That's flight documentation from NIMET for effective planning in the operations. Residents are advised to stay informed through weather updates from the weatherman, that is NIMET. You can visit their website on www.nimet.gov.ng. Away from the weatherman, the director of the Center for Contemporary China-Africa Research in Nigeria, Professor Sharif Ibrahim, on Tuesday said that the China-Africa Forum will spotlight poverty alleviation and infrastructure development as key strategies for Africa's modernization. According to Ibrahim, the forum will serve as a strategic platform to align Africa growth efforts with China's development successes. The second post-forum on China-Africa cooperation is scheduled to take place in Abuja on June 26, 2025. It will bring together policymakers, scholars, and regional leaders to explore how Africa can adopt China's governance and economic models in pursuit of Africa's Union's Agenda 2063, themed jointly advancing China-Africa modernization and achieving the 10 Partnership Initiative in all weather China-Africa community with a shared future. The forum will center on the implementation of the China-Africa 10 Partnership Action Plan, a comprehensive framework spanning trade, infrastructure, rural development, healthcare, green energy, and mutual cultural exchange. Now to the interesting world of sport. Interestingly, a former Super Eagles midfielder, Christian Obodo, has advised Victor Osimhen to strike a balance in his next career move amid ongoing transfer speculations. Speaking in an interview with an international media on Tuesday, Obodo said the Napoli striker's high release clause and salary demands have discouraged top European clubs from pursuing him. Osimhen, 26, recently concluded a loan spell at Turkish side Galatasaray, scoring 37 goals in 41 appearances. The club is reportedly keen to sign him on a permanent deal. The striker, who turned down a move to Saudi Pro League club Al Hilal, is also attracting interest from Juventus, Arsenal, Chelsea, and according to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Manchester United. With our story about Osimhen, we'll wrap it up on this news this hour. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu are among the lead speakers at this year's edition of the platform, an annual event organized by Pastor Poju Oyemade to mark Nigeria's Democracy Day. The director of the Center for Contemporary China-Africa Research in Nigeria, Professor Sharif Ibrahim, on Tuesday said the China-Africa Forum will spotlight poverty alleviation and infrastructure development as key strategies for Africa's modernization. A former Super Eagles midfielder, Christian Obodo, has advised Victor Osimhen to strike a balance in his next career move amid ongoing transfer speculation. That's it on News is Hour. Many thanks for joining us here on TV Sapiens. My name is Chioma Vic Chukwuma. Stay with us here as we continue to entertain you, educate you, and inform you this mid-week. Do have a pleasant day ahead of you. Bye-bye. Stay with us.